Continuing our Find Your Park series, about 25 miles east of Billings stands a very distinct sandstone butte. Since William Clark carved his name in 1806, Pompeys Pillar draws in thousands of visitors every year. But among those visitors are people that come back time and time again as they prove their dedication and spread word about the monument's rich history. The group of people you're about to hear from have definitely found their park. A journey down the Yellowstone River by Captain William Clark would leave a big mark on our nation's history. But hundreds of years later, it would also lead to historians and volunteers alike who live to tell his story.
I've got a number of loves. One, of course, is my family, and the Pompeys Pillar and the story and the history of Lewis and Clark.
Going on his fourth year of volunteer work at Pompeys Pillar, Mike's expertise goes back more than 20 years when he began studying the legendary explorer. After a listen on the firearms and ammunition used by Clark's crew and factoring in Montana's hot summer weather, you just have to admire the commitment it took to carry on with the expedition into the unknown.
If they didn't get that grizzly with the first shot, they could be in trouble.
Not only is Pompeys Pillar the only physical evidence of the expedition, but it's also the only place that you can stand exactly where William Clark stood back in 1806 and take in the same landmarks and scenery.
I can walk up to that signature and know that one of my heroes was there.
There are very few other places that I know of, and really none, given the fact that we have Clark's signature here, that you can have that exact same feeling and experience.
Just like William Clark's explorer spirit, visitors have the opportunity to find their park with a picnic, bird watching, and hiking around the famed sandstone tower.
So what you see here is actually one half of the replica.
With several tours and presentations daily, visitors will be mesmerized by the site's historic happenings.
They're like, this place is amazing. That happens to us all the time. And so it's really something. It's a treasure. People should come out and experience that.
And I'd like to thank the great group over at Pompeys Pillar. And just a reminder, Clark Days is a month away on July 25th, which is the perfect opportunity to jump in and get a full dose of history. Now be sure to join me next week for my final Find Your Park story as we visit the Little Bighorn battlefield and get an in-depth look at camp life during the battle. Then be sure to join me on Sunday, July 5th for Face the State when I take a look back at the National Park Service Find Your Park campaign and all of the astounding places that can be found right in our backyard. We'll also introduce you to the Friends of Pompeys Pillar, which is a group that's dedicated to developing the historic site.